Alrighty, guys, welcome, one and all. Let's see what's going on here. Get off this stupid thing. Stupid thing. Alright, so this is your host, ID Jester. Welcome. We're playing a new game from my channel called Playball Baseball. Playball Baseball game. So this is by the same designer developer that did uh, roster card and also Fall Classic. So we're trying all three of his different games out just to see how they play and what we can do with them. And so we've got the 2012 season set we were able to pick up. And so we're going to play the first game of the season between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins. Historic lineups, blah, blah, blah. The usual, right? All right, so the basic premise in this game, unlike a lot of the other ones, is you're going to be rolling two eight-sided dice, not six-siders, eight-sided dice. And you're going to read them such as you would the six-sided dice. This would be a 38. This would be a 23, et cetera, right? 84. And then each player has their own card. So this time we actually have cards in our hands, right? And then each team has a defensive sheet that has all the defensive stats and all of the pitcher stuff on it. So you won't have a pitcher card to compare to this. What you do is you look at the pitcher stats off of your defensive sheet. These come into play under only some of the situations. So pretty much you're going to roll, and you're from 11 to 88. You look at the result, and then you get the outcome from that result. Seems pretty self-explanatory, but there's a lot more to it than that, as we'll see as we play through the game. There will be lots of opportunities where we're going to take certain either abilities or error checks or whatever. And the basic premise on most everything in this game is you're going to take a number and you're going to add a dice roll to it. And if that is equal to or greater than 9, then that event happens. So if we take an example here, we'll say Rafael Furcal rolls a 36. I'll bring this up a little bit closer for you guys here. So if he rolls a 36, that would be a single to left field, and it's got a number after it, 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this number 6, and we're going to add it to the pitcher's hit rating. The pitcher's hit rating is starting the game is Josh Johnson. He's a 4, so 6 plus 4 is 10. So that event happens. If that event doesn't happen, then it's an out. So if we roll say a 53, let's look at 53 here. 53 is K3. Look at the K ratings of the pitcher, in this case Josh Johnson. He's a 4 plus 3 is 7. So that's not 9 or higher, so it's not a strikeout. It'll still be an out, but it won't be a strikeout. And what we would do at this point is if you roll the 53, look down here, 53 is going to be fly ball to right field. So that's how that kind of works out. So yeah, there's a lot more to it than that. You'll see as we get into it. You have a lot of options in this game, just like you would in most baseball games, sacrificing hit and runs, defense in. You can actually guard the lines in this game. You can also play your outfielders in certain situations. So seems like there's quite a bit. We just have to figure it all out. Am I an expert on this game? Nope, not an expert. But again, I've read through the rules. I've gotten a few practice things in, and there's also a really good practice. There's actually a practice. I'll actually show you this, guys, here, because some of you guys might like to see this. Along with the rules and everything the designer sends you is this practice game, and basically you just go through step by step. You can read what happens, and it shows you Rafael Furcal, top of the first, bases empty, no one out. C.J. Wilson on the mound, dice roll of 67, so you'll get 67. It says walk 7 plus, which means it's a possible walk and a steal. Wilson's walk rating is a 4, 7 plus 4 is 11, which is greater than 8. Thus he walks. Roll 2 dice for a steal attempt. Catcher Napoli's arm rating is an A, no effect. For call, stolen base rating is a 62. The dice roll is a 14. Napoli's E rating is a 4. Thus, there's a throwing error. For Cal gets a stolen base and takes third base on the air. And then you go on to the second part. So for Cal's on third. So this would be the next play. No one out. CJ Wilson on the mound. Dice roll is 74. Jay's card reads SI5. Possible single to infield. Test the second baseman because of the 7-4. So we're going to look at the second baseman and check on his range. Ian Kinsler's rating is a 1. We roll a dice. 5 plus 1 is 6, which is less than 9, so it's no single. And we would look at the quick runners chart 2 and look at 74 ground out. It says ground out to second baseman. Ground ball double play if there's a runner in first, all other runners advance. So you can actually learn the game by just watching a simulated game go, with each of the batters and the defensive cards out there for you to look at. So that's super cool. All right, so let's get things underway, I guess, here. So it's let's look at the lineups today for St. Louis here. St. Louis is playing at Miami. Rafael Furcal is shortstop. Carlos Beltran is going to be the right fielder. Matt Halliday is going to be your left fielder. Lance Berkman, the first baseman. David Freese, the third baseman. Yadier Molina is the catcher. John Jay is the center fielder. Daniel Descalso is your second baseman. And pitching today is going to be Kyle Lohse. Pitching for the Cardinals. They're coming off their World Series win, starting off the 2012 season on a high as a world champions from 2011. And so Miami, let's take a look at Miami. Yeah, I guess we should. All right, so Miami's going to have Jose Reyes is the shortstop. Oops. Emilio Bonifacio, the center fielder. Hanley Ramirez, the third baseman. Giancarlo Stanton, the right fielder. Logan Morrison, the left fielder. Gabby Sanchez, the first baseman. Omar Infante is the second baseman. John Buck is the catcher. And pitching today is Josh Johnson. So Josh Johnson has a pitcher, or there's a pitching card for Josh Johnson. But it's all a batting card. There's no pitching stats on this. This is because he batted enough times that there's a card for him. You will have lots of pitchers in your that look like this. They're just blank cards, right? So you can put these in your lineups. But he'll be using pinch hitter card number 1. So there's like a generic list of pinch hitter cards that you'll use, like a lot of games out there. But like a lot of the starting pitchers actually have cards. So, all right, let's try this out, see how well we can screw this up. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be something I screw up, but hopefully not too badly. All right, so Rafael Furcal steps up to the plate. Here comes Josh Johnson for the Marlins here, hosting the world champion, 2011 World Series champion, St. Louis Cardinals. And away we go. All right, so it's a 38. So look at Furcal, 38. So it's a single to right 8. So that means we look at the pitcher's hit rating, which is a 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 is 9 or higher, so that event happens. So it's going to be a single by Rafael Furcal. And there is a built-in steal system in the game. So if the batters get a plus symbol, so that would be single to left, plus means if the second base is open, then he would try to steal. So I'm just going to use that option right now. We might switch over to like a managerial. There is a managerial where you can call your own. But right now I'm just going to use the built-in system. All right, so one away, or one on. Carlos Beltran, one of my all-time favorite players. Let's slide this over a little bit. All right, Carlos Beltran, let's see what he can do. He got a 74, so 74, look at 74, it's K2. Is it a K2? Well, strikeout, so the pitcher is a strikeout of 4. 4 plus 2. Nope, it's not a strikeout. Then it's going to be a grounder, single to right field, 8. So we're going to test. I think this is 74s. Let me just double check again. I knew we'd come up with stuff. So 74 tests the second baseman's fielding rating. So the second baseman is going to be Omar Infante. He's got a range of 4. So on the ground ball, 74, K2, comma, grounder, single to right, 8. Let me look at my practice game because I know this one comes up like right away in the practice game, but boom, 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 boom. Bu- 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 bu. Actually, let me look at the rules real quick. Yeah, so this is a there are, some of these are really easy plays and some of them are a little more advanced. I think this is one of the more advanced plays because you have like a dual part to it. And I'm trying to make sure I don't screw this up because I don't want to screw it up and then show everybody how to do it wrong, right? So if you can see here, it says here, the play results from dice 71 to 85 test the defense. Field ratings are found on the team defense pitching sheet. The 8 dice combination from 71 to 78 had the second digit underlined to indicate what fielder who is fielding the ball. Using standard baseball scoring, so if the dice roll is a 74, the underlining 4 tests the second baseman field rating, possible ground ball, infield singles. Okay, GDR is a ground ball. So he's testing the ground ball. Where is he? K2, well, we know it's not a strikeout. The question is it a single to right? Omar Infante has a range of 4 plus the 8, which means it would not be a single to right, which is a little weird. Well, I don't know. SR, single to right, 8. I remember reading something rules about this, so let's just slow down. I dice roll 71 to 76, GDR, line, pop in small letters. These tell you the ball the fielder is trying to make a play on is either grounder, a line drive, or pop up. If not a hit, then refer to the QRC2 to see what happens with the out. Dice rolls 77 to 81 are always fly ball attempts. So it'll be a liner, a fly ball, or a short pop. All right, so I think it's going to be an out. Is what I think. That's what I think, and that's what we're going with. So this is a 74. So there's a chart for this. It was a 74 is a GRD, I guess that would be. Ground out to second baseman, ground ball double play if there's a runner at first. So that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play for all that mess. 4-6-3. Hopefully I got that right. I'm going to have to look into it, but I think I did. So Matt Halliday's up. 2 away. That is a 3-4. 34 is a single to center 4. The pitcher's hit is a 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, so that's not 9. So that is an out. We got 34. And it's a grounder to second base. So that is a 4-3 on the putout. And that's it for the Cardinals. So we slide this over and bring in the defensive sheets for the Cardinals. Again, they recommend you just put like a little sticky note on here so you can see which pitcher it's all lined up for you. Cardinals actually have a lot of players, a lot of teams in the 2012 season and have a lot of pitchers, so they bleed over to the second sheet. But it's Kyle O's pitching against Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez is the shortstop. 21 is an L6. L6 is line out to short. It's an L6. There's no, like 11 to 28 have just to do with the batter. There's like no test against the pitcher. 31 to 68. So 31 to 68, all those are going to be tested against the pitcher. And then 71 to 88 are different, different tests. I think 71 to 78 would be an 81 actually. See, 81 is underlined because you combine those. That's the right fielder. That's a 9. So 71 to 81 is going to be all your range checks. 82 and 83 are your, what are those? It tells me here somewhere. Just trying to, like, pass balls and stuff like that, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Here we are. Defensive checks. 82 is possible error. But first check the pitcher frame. If there's no K, then roll one die and check the shortstop's E rating. Okay, error. 84 is passable pass balls. 85s are wild pitches. 86s are the home field advantage. 87s are the ballparks, and 88s are just crazy 88 rolls. So line out to short, one away. Emilio Bonifuco. Boom. 74. Ground ball. It's going to be a single to infield. 8. We're going to be testing the second baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. Descalso. He has a he's got a range of 3 plus the 8. It must be, I'm reading this must be wrong. I think I did that first one wrong. And I think I am gonna, so you read this, it's a ground ball, it's a single to the infield, 8. Which makes you think, is the 8 the number, or is it the position, like it rolls out to center field, right? And there is, let's see if I can find it here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so you're going to test the range, right? So that's, I think we screwed up with the Cardinals on that. So what we have to do is, it's going to be a single to the infield, but 8 though. Why would it be a single to the infield 8? That I am not sure about, to be honest. Let's see. There's lots of examples. Let me see if I can find an example here that might show us. See, I will show you this again, guys. So here's a perfect example of one, but that doesn't give us, it says here, it reads SI5. Possible single to the infield. They're going to test the second baseman because it's a 74 rule. So the 4 represents the second baseman, which is exactly what we had, right? So we're going to test Kinsler's rating is a 1. Oh, and you do add the 5. Okay. Which equals 6, which is less than 9, thus no single. Right. So Beltran would have had a single. because you're going to add the rating, and if it's less than 9, then no single, right? But see, this is an 8, so no matter what you add to that, it's going to be more 9 or more. So that's going to be a single, an infield single. And I think I screwed up on Beltran, so just keep that in mind. All right, so Bonafuco's on with a single. Hanley Ramirez. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but I think once you do it a few times, you go, oh yeah, this is simple. But it's just making sure you're not screwing it up to begin with, right? 44. Home run 2. Home run 2. So it's a 2 value. Yeah, the pitcher's home run value. Kyle Lowe's of 3. That's a 5, so it's not a home run. So that will be. All right, so there is compressed base runner advance on hits. There should be one for outs as well. All right. Base runner advances on outs. Quick chart. There is a runner on first, so let's go to the. All right. That was just a HR number. Unfortunately, they don't have the HR number on here. HR2, which is on number 44, we can always look at number 44, which says it's a fly ball to right field, but that's also on all of these charts as well. The question is I have, so we have a runner on, but they do not list the home run check. Of course, they don't list the one that we got. They got to list every other check on the planet, but the one that we actually got. It's not a hit. It was an out. Not a hit. It was an out. Pop-ups, lineouts, flyouts, ground balls, you name it. They got them all written down except for the H result one. Doesn't that figure? Doesn't that just figure? I tell you. Here's our quick. Oh, you guys can't see anything. All you can see is my desktop. Yeah. All right. All right. So that was actually a 44 re-rolled. 44 says fly ball to right field Y, which means the Y means the runner on third would score. So we're just going to call that an F9 and move on. It's weird that they have every one except for just the home run check. Unbelievable. All right. Well, Hanley Ramirez, you flew out to right field. No advance on the runner. Brings up Giancarlo Stanton. And yes, this game will go a lot faster once you play it a few times. So let's just say that right off the bat. 31. Single to right 1. Single to right 1. So it's a 1 or 4 plus 1. So it's not a right. So it will be a strikeout instead of a, that's what the /K means. Means instead of it being a 31, wherever 31 is, 31 would be normally a fly ball to right. And he doesn't actually get it. He strikes out because he strikes out a lot. But anyways, it's a strikeout. So one hit for each team, but nothing aboard. We go to the second inning. And like I said, it'll get a lot faster once we get some more play in, get some more experience with it. I think it'll go great. All right. Berkman's up. Lance Berkman. I think I screwed Beltran out of a hit, actually. But, oh well. 14, that's double to right. So Berkman cranks one out there into right field. David Freeze. Come on, David. Freeze-meister. He's Mr. 1-1. That is a home run by David Freeze. Talk about clutch. Mr. Freeze Meister, he's number one. Cardinals 2-0 on the home run by David Freeze. Yadier Molina, 1-1, back-to-back jacks as Yadier Molina goes yard on the 1-1, and it's a 3-0 ball game here. They have a meeting on the mound after back-to-back home runs. John Jay's up. 21. 21 is a strikeout. 21 is a strikeout. Daniel Descalso. 84. Pass ball question mark. Of course, now we got to slow down. Is there someone on base? First of all, it's the first question, and that would be no. So if there's no one on base, it's just going to pop up to the catcher. No one advances. If there was someone on base, then we would actually check on a dice roll plus the pass ball. Let's see, pass ball. That would be the catcher, right? That would be the catcher, pass ball. Pass ball question mark. Yeah, we would look that up at that point. But it's just going to be a P2 for Descalso. Kyle Lowes comes out. 86. Are they the home team? No. They're not the home team, so it's just going to be a fly out to center, F8. But 3 hits, 3 runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Cardinals. 2-run home run by the Freeze Meister, David Freeze. And back-to-backs with Yadier Molina. Logan Morrison, he's up. 43. Triple to center 2. Kyle Lowe's hit is 4. That's a 6, so that doesn't happen. No. 43. 43 is going to be triple to center, T center 2. But it's not, so it's going to be an out. So he is a left-handed batter, so it's going to get on the first base line. So it's going to be a where are we? We're down here. It's going to 3-1 as the first baseman over there. Who is today over there? Lance Berkman makes a good play, keeps it from rolling in the corner. Gabby Sanchez, boom, 81. So we're going to be testing the right fielder. Single to right 8. Yep, so that is going to be a single by Gabby Sanchez. Because no matter what you add on to it, it's going to be 9 or higher, right? So we don't even need to look. It seems a little weird that they would have these on there, but unless I'm doing something wrong. Let me just double check here. Again, the rules, the game systems this guy designs is really good, and they're fun and enjoyable, but the rule books are terrible, and he really needs to either redo them from scratch or have someone help him or whatever he needs to do. So 81. The right fielder's number. It's going to be a possible single to right. Just looking just to make sure here. That's all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's. It's, okay, whatever. It's a single. Joe Buck is on. John Buck, whatever the hell his name is. That is a 56. K6 plus the K rating of Loesch is a 2. It's not a strikeout. 6 plus 2 is only 8. So 56, K6, 8. So 56 is going to be a ground ball to, let's see, he bets right-handed. This is going to be down to third base. Ground ball to third and advance. It looks like advance. We have charts. Let's look at some charts, shall we? What was the result? It's going to be a 56. Right, K result. So 56, you can see a All right, so we had a runner on. It's going to be a fly ball to center. Runner in first, runner holds. Okay. Was that center field? Is that where it was? I think it was. Yes, it's center field. So 2 away. Somehow we forgot to mark someone down, or we missed somebody's card. Fonte. Well, it looks like Joe Buck is actually up now. I don't know what happened there. Screwed that up too. Who knows? This is just a chess game anyway. So 72. Oh my God, we got brackets. Walk 1. His walk rating is a 2, so it's not a walk, so it'll be a strikeout. So that is 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the top of the third. I think most everything is really easy. Most everything. It's just trying to figure out those random hard plays, and I think the rule book could do a much better job for you. All right, back to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Rafael for call. Single to start off the game. 1-2. That's going to be a liner. Single to left. So he gets himself a single to left. We're in the third inning. Now he's going to try to steal. His steal rating is a 67. The catcher is average arm, so no adjustment there. So 67 or less. It's a 68. They nailed him. Look at that. So caught stealing, we call that a 2-6 put out. So Rafael for call out on getting caught stealing. Carlos Beltran, which I think I screwed out of a hit. 14. That's going to be a double to left. No screwing this time, he says. You can't be screwing me, Jester. All right. Matt Holliday, one-on-one away. 27. It's K. You got these easy results. You can see this game just flies, but it's those tough ones. 2-2. 2-2 hit by pitch. So they hit him. Berkman takes one in the shoulder. Runners at first and second now. Friesmeister, first time up, 2-run home run. This time it'd be a 3-run home run, David. Come on, David. 84. Okay, so now we need to look at the pass ball rating. Right, so the pass ball rating for Joe Buck is a 2. We roll a dice. Add those together. Is it 9 or more? 2 plus 1? No, it's not, so it's not a pass ball. If it's not a pass ball, and we rolled an 84, we're going to look at our out chart for 84, I think is what we do at this point. If not a pass ball, roll 2 dice again for, if it's not, roll 2 dice again for the batter. Okay, so the batter gets to go again because it's, right. Okay, so it's not an automatic out. That's good to know. So no pass ball as John Buck grabs that one in the dirt, bounces off him, but keeps the runners from advancing. That is a 25-2-5. It's a ground to third base for a double play, but they only need 1, so we'll just call that a 5-3 put out. And the Cardinals get themselves 2 hits, no runs, and no errors. They had a caught stealing, they hit batter all in that 1 inning. All right, so we can slide these charts. You know what? I'm going to just take this chart and add it on top. That might be even easier. There we go. All right, Josh Johnson gets to make his debut here on my channel. Josh Johnson. Hey, Al, Red Sox fan. How you doing, buddy? Hope all is well. Hope you're hanging in there. I haven't seen you around for a little while. Did a little tribute video for you yesterday. So hope all is well with you and your family. Josh Johnson. That is a 78. So we're going to look at the, that's going to be 8, center field. It's a fly to center. That's an automatic. That's an easy one. I can do that. That's an F8. Boom. Jose Reyes. I can actually maybe play this game holding the cards and rolling the. Uh-oh, 88. We go to the crazy 88 chart. Uh-oh. Crazy 88. If I can find the chart, that would be awesome. Where did I put the crazy 88 charts? So here's all of the rules. There's not very many. A few pages of not rules. A few pages of charts. Most of the charts you're not going to use all the time. There's, so you just have to have them in case you do need them. Where's the crazy 88 chart though? I think crazy 8s are in here. Nope. Let's see. Those are all error charts. Oh, I did pick it out then. I thought maybe I left it in my rules, but it looks like I don't. So I must have taken it out. Now I just have to figure out where the crazy 88 chart is. Where is the crazy 88 charts? I might have left it in my. So I got a nice thick manual that has all my different game. Here it is. Crazy 88s. Here we are. Crazy 88s. What's our situation? So the situation is nobody on. So it's not going to be that crazy. All right. So base is empty. Crazy 88. Roll a die. It's a 5. There's a chance of rain. Roll a die. If an 8, then there's a torrential downpour, and we have a 2-hour delay. No delay. So all that for a. Batter gets a reroll. Okay, so it starts a little bit of rain here in Miami. Well, this is nothing new. A little bit of rain. So Jose Reyes gets a reprieve here. Jose Reyes gets a reprieve. Hey, Phantomatic, how you guys doing? All right, so Jose Reyes. 7-7. So this time, K4, K2. So this is going to be into left field. Left fielder is going to be Matt Holliday. He's a range of 5, plus 1 is a 6. So he's going to make the catch because it's not a strikeout. Let me look at this again because that makes. Just to make sure, I want to make sure I am doing this right. Bum. Yeah, I think if you add these together, yep. So I'm pretty sure it's not a strikeout, so it's going to be. You're going to test the range. Holiday's a 5, plus 1 is a 6, so that's not a 9, so he's going to make the play. So that's going to be an F7. Emilio Bonifuco. You're going to lose your money on Kentucky Derby. That's why I don't bet on Kentucky Derby. Bonifuco singled his first time up. has a 64. Walk 4 plus walk 2. So it's not a walk. So 64, what kind of out is that going to be for us, boys? 64, where is our regular chart again? 64. Bum, 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 bum. 64. I'm just trying to compare some of the charts to see. So base is empty. I rolled a 64, which was a walk chance. So the question I have is, if it's not a walk or a strikeout, what do you do then, right? So if it's not a walk or a strikeout, which chart do you look at? Okay, so you look at the quick result. Right, so we look at the quick result chart of 64. Right. So it'd be a fly ball to the right. Okay. So fly ball to center, fly ball to right, fly ball to left. All right. Just need to, like I said, just need a little bit of. That was Bonifuco, so that's going to be it for him. All right, so we can slide this mess out of here. We move on to the fourth. Yachty's up. Josh Johnson pitching for the Marlins. Yachty and Molina. 44. 44 says home run 3. So 3 plus the pitcher's home run of 2 is only a 6, so it's not a home run. So it's a 44 out, which is a fly ball to right field. So that's an F9 for Yachty. John Jay comes up. He rolls a 32. 32 is going to be a single to center 2. Take the hit, which is 4 plus 2 is 6, so it's not. 32 is going to be ground ball to short. So a 6-3 put out. Daniel Descalso popped up to the catcher. 37, he strikes out. So 1, 2, 3 inning, pretty quick. All right. Brings up Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez flew out to right field his first time up. Tribe fan, how you doing, buddy? 47. 47 hit by pitch 4 plus 3 is 7, so he did not get hit. So the 47 makes it a rounder to second. So 2-3 on the put out. Giancarlo Stanton. He struck out his first time up. 3-3. 33. Single to left 3. Plus the hit rating of 4 is 7, so it's not a hit. It's going to be a fly ball to center. F8. 2 away. Logan Morrison, look at this cruise now. Woo! 68. And walk 8 plus the walk of 2 is 10, so it will be a walk. You need to get 9 or higher for the result to happen. Gabby Sanchez, he singled his first time up. That is a 71. So we're going to test the pitcher for an infield single. Pitcher range is, what is your range, buddy? It's a 4 plus 3 is a 7, so it's not a single. So out on the play is going to be 73. 73. Right, 73 is going to have a special chart, which is the back the back page. Where's the back page? I gotta find the back page. So yeah, you have this special QRC, so you can see the 70s and 80 results are here, and the 31 to 68s are on this chart. So a couple different charts, but once you're used to it, what do we roll? We roll the 71. Ground to the pitcher, ground ball double play if there's a runner in first. And we don't need it because there's already 2 outs, so it's just going to be a 1-3 on the putout. And that's going to do it for the Marlins. So far, poor Marlins. Feel sorry for them against the Cardinals here. I do. They have 2 hits so far against Kyle Loesch. Speaking of Kyle Loesch is up to bat. Kyle Loesch, how many batters can you face? Huh? 25? Oh, no, that's your... where's your stamina? It's a good question. Where is your stamina rating? I thought they were on here somewhere. I'm sure there are. I think that's his age. This is his bat rights. That's his sacrifice hit. I think that's his injury. I don't know where his stamina is, actually. Let's look at our rule real quick. The run rating, stolen base. Here's his stat line. Oh, this is cool. It even has the little numbers here on the side. Right. So you can actually use this. That's interesting. As opposed to using these sheets. I mean, it helps with the sheets with the defenders, but you could put the sheet up out of the way and put all the players, keep Glouse's card down all the time. How many batters can you face? Endurance 26. So where is that? Oh, right there. Duh. Okay. All right, Carlos, where are you? There you are. Just trying to figure it all out for myself. All right, here we go. 61. Walk 1 plus Zach Johnson. He walks 4, so that's a 5, so it's not a walk. That was a 64. So on a 64, we do need that chart up quite a bit. 64 is going to be a fly ball to right. F9. All right, so Carlos is out. Rafael Fakal singled twice. Once he got caught stealing. 87, Park Chance. So we're going to look at the Park. He is a, let's see, Johnson throws right, so he's going to be batting left. So we're going to look at the left-handed batter. I'm going to roll a die and see what kind of results he gets off the Park. It is a 7. Pops it up to the third baseman. So a P5 to a Carlos Beltran, who he should be 2 for 2, but I screwed him out of a hit in the first inning because I was doing the chart wrong. But he does have a double because he's like, you can't screw me, Jester. I'll get you. 73. So we're going to be looking at the third baseman. It's a pop-up. Single to right if it's a 7. 7 plus. First base. Sanchez, range of 1. So it's not going to be a single to right. Wait a minute. What do we roll? 73. Yeah, 73. So single to right, 7 plus 1 is only 8. So that's going to be an out on the 73. It's pop up, pop to first. P1. That's going to do it for the Cardinals in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. Second new game of the day on my channel. Omar Infante. This is Play Ball. Omar Infante, 52. K2 plus 2 is K4. It's not a K. So 52, what's 52? It's going to be grounder to second for 3 on the put out. That's what it is. John Buck struck out in the second. Crazy 88s again. Hopefully I left that chart out somewhere. Damn. I think I did. Once again, we got the crazy 88s with no one on base, though, so won't be that crazy. It's a 6. Fly ball to right field, possible drop, roll a die. If the DF rating plus the die roll is 9 or more, he whiffs it. So right fielder is going to be Carlos Beltran. He has a drop fly of 1. So roll this. 8 plus 1 is a 9. Unbelievable. He's going to drop it. So pop fly to right. Carlos Beltran drops it. An A or S batter is going to get 2 bases on this mess. He is an S. He's actually a slow runner. An F batter or a fast runner would have made it all the way to third. So Carlos Beltran muffs it, and we're going to call that. We're going to call that an E9. That's what I'm calling that. I'm calling that an E9. So John Buck is on. That brings up Johnson's spot, but I think Johnson, is he going to come out and pitch the 6th inning? Let's see. His endurance, 26, 18, 19, 20. So he can face about 6 more batters. Yeah, I guess he'll come out 1 on 1 away. He can actually sacrifice. Right. We could look at the sacrifice. He's a 5. So he's going to try and sacrifice. So he needs a 1 through 5 to get it down. It's an 8, so 2 strikes on him. So he can either call it off or continue. He's going to try again. Get it down. 8 again, so he's out of there on strikes. Couldn't get it down. Actually, hang on a second. Hold the phone. I think when we rolled that 8, it might have been even like a pop-up or something that... A lot of times when you roll an 8, things happen in this game. Let's see. Sacrifice bunt, right. Actually, I'm doing it wrong. God damn it. That's right. So, good thing I looked. So you take your sacrifice hit rating, which again for Josh Johnson was a 5. You take an 8-sider and add them together. If it's 9 or higher, then it's a good. You got it down. So you got an 8, you got it down. Then you rolled an 8 again, and it's a good sacrifice. Right. So instead of a strikeout, it's going to be a sacrifice. That's what happens when you're learning new games. You always get rules wrong occasionally. But the runner gets a second now for Miami. All right. Brings up Jose Reyes. Runner in scoring position. And he got himself a 26. 26 ground ball. Grounder to short, double play. So it's just going to be a 6-3, or else it would have been a double play. So the Marlins can't cash in. We move on. Brings up Matt Holliday. Grounded to second and struck out. That's a 15, double to center. So Matt Holliday says, I'll take over from here. Lance Berkman, 46. Walk 2 is not a walk. We have a runner on first base, so we can look at the advance on the out chart. What did he get? He got a 46. 46. It's going to be, which way does he bat? So Berkman bats, he's going to be batting left, so he's going to hit it to right field. So an F9. All right. So Berkman, David Freese, 2-run home run in the second. 3-0 Cardinals. That's an 18. That is a walk. So flat up walk. The runners are first and second for Yachty. Yachty home run in the second. We went back to back in the second. That's a 58. Strikeout 8 plus 4 is 12. That will be a strikeout. So Yachty swing and miss. Brings up John Jay. 45. S slash double. Okay, so it's a single to left. 1 plus 4 is not a single. But if it would have been a single, he takes a single and tries to stretch it into a double. That's what the S slash D is. So, but it's going to be a fly out to, let's see, what is that? That's a 45. Let me just double check what the 45 is. Uh, 45 says grounded to first, so or grounded to 1, so pitcher. So we'll just go 1-3 on that, and that's going to do it for the Cardinals. Unfortunately, that's it. We go to the bottom of the 6. Emilio Bonifuco, 1 for 2. 47, hit by pitch 3 plus 3 is not enough. So that is a 47. That tells us it is ground ball G2. So 2-3. Grounded to the catcher. I think he did that last time. No, it was Ramirez that did that. All right, Hanley Ramirez. 28. Pops it up to first. So P1. No, P3. That's what I meant. Hanley pops it up to first. Giancarlo struck out and flew out to center field. 76. He's going to line it into left field. And that is going to be a single to left. So single in the left field by Giancarlo. It's an 8. I'm going to have to really double check on these plays, but I think I'm doing them right. But I just want to make sure. All right, so Logan Morrison's up. 1 on, 2 away. Bottom of the 6th inning, 36. Strikes him out, and that's going to do it. So 1 hit. We had an error here. No hits there. So still, Kalos throwing a shutout here. All right, Daniel Descalso, we are in the top of the 7th. Actually, Johnson, what's your endurance, buddy? 26. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yep. Time for you to come out, my friend. Time for you to leave. All right. So who are we going to bring in? That is the question, right? Fortunately, I've got the answer right here. The answer says, who's coming up? So we got a lefty, probably a pinch hitter for Los, and then a switch hitter. So they probably are going to be bringing in Mike Dunn is a lefty. Ryan Webb is a right-hander. We're going to bring in Ryan Webb. So we'll put our little cheat sheet there. So Ryan Webb's going to come in. He's coming in the, what are we, 7th inning? Boy, we're just cruising right through this, I tell you. Some of it goes really, really fast. If I didn't have to double check all my plays, it would go a lot faster. So Ryan Webb, the right-hander, is coming in to face off against Descalso, the lefty. Probably should have brought a lefty in, but oh well. 36, single to left, 6. So his hit rating is a 6. So that is going to be a single to left, and then Descalso is going to try to steal. So that's what the little plus symbol means, 62 or less. He will be successful. We've already had one thrown out. That is a 52, so he's going to steal second. That brings up, you know what? That brings up the pitcher spot in a perfect opportunity to keep him in. How many can he go? 26, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. He can make another 3 batters. He could go another 3 batters. And he comes in, he does the sacrifice, then he pitches the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, let's do it. All right, what's his sacrifice? He's got a 5. Roll a die. Boom. If it's 9 or higher, you're good. If it's not, it's 2 strikes. So it's 2 strikes on him. He's going to try again, though. Come on. 7. So 7 and 5 is 12. So that's high. So now, once you get the sacrifice down, now you got to make sure it's I think it's a double. You got to roll a double. You got to roll again. So 8 plus 5, so it's a good sacrifice. So all that, and he's got a sacrifice. Runner moves to third. That brings up Rafael Pacol here. Rafael, single, and got caught stealing, and then a pop-up to third. Rafael Pacol. 16 against a left-hander. Ryan Webb is a right-hander. That would be a single, but it's not a left-handed pitcher, so that is going to be a so it would be a lefty. It would be a single to center. I'm just looking to see. I mean, it makes sense that if it was a single to center, it would be caught by the center fielder, but. Oh, here they are, right here. So that is an LSC 16. 16 are our ground balls. 16 grounder to, yeah, so right here. You got like a little chart here. So 16 is a grounder to second. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, but the question is, what about our advancers, right? We got a runner in third, you know. You know we do. Right. So let's look. So we have a runner on third. And yes, this is base runner on hits. It was not a hit. It was an out. Boom, 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 boom. So that's on hits. Running on out. Here we go. But it only goes from 31 to 68. This was a 16, which means you have to use this chart. But it doesn't tell you. It just says it's ground ball G4C. Oh, I guess we could use the G4C. Here we go. G4C. Runner on third. Batter out, runner scores. Okay, well, that's what I figured, but I just wanted to make it, wanted to just double check and make sure. So Descalso comes in on the 4-3 put out. All right, for Carlos Beltran. Baseball demos. I'm going to have to do laundry myself. Mowed the lawn and took the garbage to the dump. Glad I can relax now. I guess so. Don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, guys. We're going to have our look back at the month of April and the baseball season and get to talk with a lot of our good friends out there. So 21's a K. Well, it's easy to figure out. Matt Holliday, 2. Nope, that's 3 away now. But they manufacture a run in the top of the 7th. And it comes to the bottom of the 7th. 4-0 Cardinals. Most of the activity came early in the second inning. A double by Berkman, a home run by David Freese, and then a home run by Yadi Molina. Cardinals' first game of the season go back-to-back. Kyle Lose has pitched a pretty good game, a 3-hitter as a matter of fact so far. Gabby Sanchez is up. 87, that's the park. Gabby, what do you bat? You bat right-handed, so we're going to look at the right-hander on the park. That is a 1, that is a home run. So Gabby Sanchez goes yard and gets the hometown crowd back into it. And they cut back into the lead. It's now a 4-1 game. Omar Infante, 61, walk 1 plus 2. It's not a walk. It's a 61 result, which is a grounder to G6. It's a G6 DP actually, but we know that better is a 6-3. Since there's no one on, it's not a double play. We all know that. John Buck. Strikeout and gone on with the E9. Carlos Beltran. 56. K6 plus 2 is I believe that is a strikeout. I believe if it's less than the 9, then that would be a strikeout. Right? I think that's shown in our example. Let me bring up my example again. I remember seeing it in my practice, the practice example game. It even goes through one of these here. Let's see. Bump. All right, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. All right, so yeah, so you guys don't believe me. I know you don't, but here. So you can see here's an example practice game that they go through with the different plays. So this play is Berkman Cards reads K3, right? So this falls between the pitcher zone, which is 31 to 68. It's a possible strikeout. And you look at the PK of the pitcher, which is 6. So 6 plus 3 is 9, which is greater than 8. Thus, it's a strikeout. So it is, okay. So if it's not a strikeout, so what do we roll? 56. That's what we roll. 56. K6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So it's not a strikeout. So a 56 on the chart is ground ball to first. Everyone advances. We call that a 3-1 put out, I guess. And that's second out. All right, so Josh Johnson, you're out, buddy. Josh Johnson's out and coming in. Yeah, Josh Johnson was out to begin with. Ryan Webb should be pitching. What the hell am I doing here? I pulled in the wrong damn pitcher, didn't I? No, wait. Oh, yeah, I'm confused. Of course I'm confused. Why wouldn't I be confused? Who the hell is pitching? It is Ryan Webb. I've got his card. I should have put his card in. His card is right here. He does not use a card, but he's not going to be hitting, so he's out. We're going to be bringing in a pinch hitter, which happens to be... Let's see who we have. We have a few. Got a couple lefties and a right-hander. Who's pitching? Still Los. He's a right-hander. Going to bring in a lefty. Dobbs. Looks like it's going to be Greg Dobbs is going to come in and pinch hit. All right, here we are in ninth. This is the 7th inning. Okay. So Greg Dobbs is going to come in and pinch hit, and then we'll throw the pitcher in there. Ooh, 17. Single to left. I'm a genius. So Dobbs singles. And we can move him aside now. We can decide on the pitcher later, but just to make sure I don't screw it up, I'm going to decide right now who's going to come in. Looks like it's going to be Ryan. Wait, we pulled him, didn't we? Yeah, we pulled him. So it's going to be, looks like it's going to be Mike Dunn. He's going to throw left. Who's coming up for the Cardinals? Righty, switch hitter, righty. Yeah, so probably a right-hander. They got two lefties and a right-hander. Unfortunately, the righties are closer, Steve Cishek. So I'm going to bring in Cishek. Coming in. So let me put his card in there. All right. And I'm going to adjust it here so I don't forget. Steve Cishek. All right. There we go. All right. So back to what we were doing now. So it's back to the top of the lineup. Runner on first, 2 away. The Marlins got a run. Let's see if they can get a couple more here. Jose Ray. Oops, you guys can't see anything. Good Lord. There we go. Hey Dale, how you doing? Tri-fan Cishek. Seashells by the seashore. That's a good one. I'm surprised Baseball Demos didn't come up with that. Holy cow. Don't forget, guys, 8 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. We're going to be talking with April Baseball. We're going to talk with Retro Sports Network. We're going to be talking with Baseball Demos and Utah Mike, better known as Sports Time Machine. So be sure to set your calendars for 8 o'clock tonight. Jose Reyes. 1-1. That's a triple to center field. And that's going to score a run. And the Marlins are back into this now. So, defense will play in. No, there's 2 outs. No sense. Just play back, dummy. Just play back. Bonifuco. That is a 6-3. Walk 3. Walk 2. That is a 5, so it's not a walk. So if it's not a walk, it'll be an out. 6-3. It's a grounder to second. Would have been a double play, but it's going to be a G4. No, it's going to be a 4-3. God damn. All right, but they get 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And they puts them back in contention. So, Steve Cishek, who's Steve Cishek is collecting sea shells by the seashore. Right. Had to think about what I was going to say. All right, so pitching is going to be Steve Cishek. Matt Holliday's coming out. He's got a double, a strikeout, and a ground out. 53, strikeout 3, strikeout 6. That is a 9. He will strike out Matt Holliday. Manolis Halliday down on strikes. Lance Berkman. That's an 85. Wild pitch. Nope. It's not a wild. Wait a minute. Wild pitch. Right. Wild pitch. Wild. He's a 3. Plus we roll a die. 1. So it's not a wild pitch because we did not get to 9. So the event doesn't happen. So he's going to line it to second base if it's not. So an L4. So Berkman hits it hard, but right at the second baseman, Omar Infante. David Freese, the Freeze Meister, with the 2-run home run in the second inning. 4-6. Walk 5 plus 5, so he will walk. Yachty, home run in the second. Fly ball and a strikeout. Let's see what Yachty can do here. 36. Single to right, 6. Plus 3 is a 9, so that is going to be a single to right. And I think this is the very first time this whole game that we're going to have to check on advancement on the base runner, actually. I don't think we've had that opportunity yet. All right, on singles, dice rolls 31 to 41. What do we roll? We roll the 37, so that would fall into that. All right, so we had a runner on first. If it was 10 or higher, the runner stops at second. If it's exactly 9, what do we end up with? 37. It's a 7 plus the hit. A 3 was a 10. So he's going to stop at second base. So runner goes to second on Yanni's single. That's the first time we actually had to use that chart. Unbelievable. All right, so 2 on. 2-way for John Jay, Mr. Unreliable. He's 0 for 3. Uh-oh, that's a 12. That's what happens. You talk smack about him. He says, shut up, Jester. I want to get me a double. Okay, you get your double. That's cool. Because that's going to score 1. And now we're going to see if the other runner comes home on the double. Oh, my gosh. I got to talk smack about John Jay some more so he gets more hits. All right, so we had him on runners at first and second. It was a double to which field was it? Center. Double to center. DC. Runner at first has the option to risk to score. Unless he's an F runner, he will score. Molina is not an F runner. He is a slow runner. No, he's not going to risk it. Why risk it? Already got 1 run in. The runners at second and third as John Jay gets a double. Brings up Daniel Descalso. Danny boy, who's pitching? Cishek. Look at that. Against right-handers, he's brutal. Against right-handers. So, and Cishek is in there. If you're going to pull him, now's the time to pull him. They're going to pull him. They are going to pull him because of that. That is just brutal. Look at that. Against righties, double. Righty, single. Righty, single. Righty, single. Righty, single. So they're going to take out the righty and bring in a lefty. Who is the lefty? We decided. Mike Dunn and Randy Koch. Randy Koch. He's a lefty. Sure, we're bringing in Randy. Randy Koch. And this is what inning are we in? We're in the 8th now. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 2-away. Descalso against Randy Koch. The lefty. 27. Fly ball. To right field, oh, question mark. I know that was in the practice exam too. What was that? The O question mark. Oh, I gotta find it. You'd think it's error, right? But that's not what the O is. Especially when it's the outfield. 27. Fly ball to right. It's gonna be a fly ball to right, and I think the question mark is. Damn, I need to remember what that is, but it's an F9, so it's not going to really matter because that's the third out, but they do get one run. Kind of bugs me. 0 question mark, O question mark. I don't think it's his, question. I can't remember. All right, so Laus is out. Who's coming in to pitch? Good question. That, my friend, is a good question. Who is due up? Righty, righty, lefty. So we're going to bring in a right-hander for the Cardinals. The right-hander is going to be Fernando Salas. Fernando Salas. Right-hander, he's coming in the bottom of the 8th. All right, here we go. Hanley Ramirez, 0 for 3. 84. Pass ball. No one's on. So pass ball. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a pop up to the catcher, and he already did this one once. Well, he likes that result. He's going to pop it up to the catcher as he swings under it, swinging for the fence. John Carlos Stanton, single and 2 outs. Strikeout, as a matter of fact. That's his 78. So we're going to look at the center fielder. And center fielder, John Jay's got a range of 3 plus a 7. So that, I think, means it is a... I'm going to have to double check it, but I think that means it's a single. That's all right. I'll look after the game. I'm going to try and get this done. So Morrison, 1 on, 1 away. 16 strikes him out, 2 away. Gabby Sanchez, home run in the 7th inning. 26, ground ball to short, double play. And they don't need it, but we'll put it down as a 6-3. They do get a hit. They got a hit there. They got 2 hits that inning. They scored a run. We go to the 9th. We go to the 9th. Randy Coate against Kalos is out. We know that. So where is the Cardinals? Cardinals don't have many replacements. They actually only have like 3 replacements. They're going to be bringing in, let's see, a righty and a lefty. So who's pitching? Lefty. So they're going to bring in the righty. Shane Robinson is going to come in and pinch hit. Shane Robinson is coming in the 9th. All right, Shane. Let's see what you can do here, Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson. 57. Strikeout 7. Coat strikeout 6. That is 13. So that means it's an event. So I think that means it's a strikeout, which means Robinson's out. That brings up Rafael Fakal. 1 away in the top of the 9th. It is a 5-2 ball game. Cardinals in front, 71. So we're going to check the pitcher. One pitcher. It's grounder. It's going to be an infield hit, 7. Randy Coate, what is your range? 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10, which means it's not a single. So he's going to make the play. It's going to be a 1-3 putout. Rafael for a call, and that brings up Carlos Beltran. The Beltran, 45. Ooh, just missed a home run. 45. It's a single. He's going to try and stretch it into a double. To center field, 1. But the hit is only a 1, so that is not going anywhere. And that is a 45 on our quick out chart. Grounded to the pitcher. 1-3. So nothing going for the Cardinals. They're hoping their defense holds on, as the Cardinals did in 2012. Get a lead and then just hope their pitching holds them in there. That's all they did. Infante. Omar Infante, over 3. We could pinch hit for Infante, actually. We do have a lefty who's pitching. A right-hander is pitching, so we will bring in the lefty. Infante, you will be gone. Just you're out 2. So Infante is going to be pinch hit by, where did the card go? It's going to be Greg Dobbs. He's coming in the 9th. Pinch hit Greg Dobbs at start off the 9th here against Fernando Salas. 41. Single to the right, 4 plus 4 is 8, so the single doesn't happen. So 41 on the quick chart out is a grounder to second. So it's a 4-3. So Dobbs is out. Brings up Joe Buck. 2-2, strike him out. So on the last out, and it would be Steve Cishek, but of course they're not going to have the batter or the pitcher hit. Infante was out. You're all out. You're out. You're out. You're out. You're out. You're all out. You're out of line. It's going to be. It's not going to be him. That's for damn sure. It's going to be. Just need to find a good card here. Somebody that doesn't suck. There we are. Gorky Hernandez is going to come in and pinch hit for the pitcher. Gorky Hernandez. In the 9th inning, Gorky 2 away. Can Fernando Salas keep the game for the Cardinals? 3-3, 33, a single to left on a 3. Fernandez is a 4, that's a 7, so the single does not happen. A 3-33 is going to be fly ball to center, and that's going to do it, F8. And the Cardinals are going to win this one on the road and start their 2012 season just like they ended their 2011 season with a win, baby, with a win. All right, so that was play ball. First try. Again, this is just a test game. I've got to check on a few of the rules. There are a lot of charts, but they seem like they cross-reference a lot of things, and I'm not sure, like, you see here's compressed base runner advance on a hit, right? But you also have base runner advance on outs. It's base runner advance on outs. All right, and hang on a second. I'm not done yet. Base runner advance on hits, quick chart. But then you also have, where's that other one? Compressed base runner advance on hits, and you also have base runner advance on hits. I don't know if these are the same. They are not the same because this, I don't know. That's what I just need to figure it all out, I guess. So, anyways, I'll do that. And hey, Glenn, how you doing? Dale, Tribe fan. Don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock, guys. Baseball demos, Retro Sports Network, and Sports Time Machine, and myself will be having a live stream talking about the month of April baseball and seeing how that went. I've invited a couple other people, and we'll see if anybody else joins us. But these are the people I know that are in right now. So come on by about 8 o'clock tonight. We'll get to talk all about what happened in April. You'll get to hear from lots of our YouTube friends out there to find out their impressions, their thoughts about the season so far, the highs, the lows, things that stand out to them. But that'll be at 8 o'clock. As far as this game goes, I think there was times that we flew through an inning in like 2 seconds. It was like incredibly good, incredibly fast. And the only time it's really slowed down is when I became inexperienced on which of these damn charts I need to be looking at, right? Because there is quite a few different ones, and they kind of all are like, they're all color coded the same, right? So like base runner advances on hits are, yellow and green and blue, and compressed base running advances on outs are still the same color. I think they should do different colors for the charts. If it's an out chart, use dark colors. If it's on hits charts, then use like yellows and orange and white, maybe blues. When you're talking outs, use like the purples and greens and different colors because everything looks the same damn color. I guess maybe that's just a minor nitpick. But the one thing I've learned from playing these games, all by the same designer, the rule books need a lot of work. Seriously, the guy needs to get somebody that can help him out with the rule book because they're awful. They give no examples. They don't explain things properly. They really need a fine tune, somebody that knows what they're doing, an experienced rule book writer to help them out because, yeah, they're just not good. And I think everyone has the same complaints. And it's been that way for a long time, and he hasn't done anything about it. So I don't know if he just can't do it. I mean, some people just can't do it. Maybe they need some help. I don't know. And the other thing is the charts are pretty self-explanatory, but they're hard to figure out. Is kind of the two complaints I've heard about these three games by the same developer. They're all solid games. They're a niche audience. They're not for everyone, but if you enjoy the different kinds of games, they're a good system and they're fun to play and all that, blah, blah, blah. But the charts are not really self-explanatory. When to use them, when not to use them. You got quick charts outs, you got quick chart 1, you got quick chart 2, you got outs, advancements, you got, oh my God, it's like, seriously, why? What do I look at the 37 on here, which is G1C? Then I've got to take the G1C and look on to find out where's the G1C. There's the G1C, which tells us what happens on the play. Or do I take it to the quick out chart over here and look at the G1C and then look over there? I mean, it's like, just not sure. So I just need to figure out, spend a little bit more time going through and then the process to do things is pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, it's probably just me. Let's just say it's just me to make things simple, right? It's probably just me and just not knowing how to do everything. So I'll bring you a couple games. You guys can look at it and see if you guys might be thinking about this game. Like I said, if you watch the video, there was a couple innings we went through really quickly. And these were mostly when it was like K result or TC3 or K8 or, SL4. Some of these other ones, I just, they're like trying to decipher an Egyptian text. It's like, what the hell does this mean? It's K5, comma, GR, SI8. So you're going to check for a strikeout. If it's not a strikeout, then you're going to check the pitcher's range to see if it's an infield hit and add that to an 8. So, yeah, it doesn't make sense. A lot of these, especially with the 8, don't make sense because it would be no matter what value they have, unless it's a 0, right? For range, you can see nobody has a 0 range. Everybody's got 2, 6, 4, 4, 7, 4, 2, 4s. So 5, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 7, 7. So nobody's got a 0 range. So anytime you add anything to 8, it's going to equal 9 or more, right? So why not just say strikeout? Otherwise, it's a single to the infield. I don't understand why there's an 8 on there. That just doesn't make any sense. Maybe that's just me, but all right. Anyways, tonight, 8 o'clock, guys. We'll see everyone. Hopefully, we're going to get to talk some April baseball with some wonderful channels out there, find out their thoughts and opinions about what's going on, and we'll bring you guys some more play ball later on. So thanks for everyone to come by. We'll see you all in a couple hours. Take care.